Hello, everyone. Welcome to Disney's Animal Kingdom. It's Monday. It's a beautiful day here in Orlando. We're going to have a really wild time. If you can't tell by the voice, it's Craig here. And I have no plans as of this current second. I am just going to wait and see how this day unfolds. And everyone's just gonna go along on this ride with me. So welcome to the fun. As you pop in here, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and say hi. Let me know that you're watching. And let's start talking. Let's see what we can find to do today. So, let's get going. Hello, Betsy and Cindy. Hello, Sweden. Fresh snowbanks in your yard. Oh, I wish. I woke up to lots of heat. And that's what I'm still dealing with right now. It's all good though. Okay, I know there's not a lot of people watching just quite yet, but let me know which way you want me to go. Should I head towards Dino Land USA over there to the right? Should I head back towards Africa, Pandora? Which way should I go? Should I just stand here and look at the Tree of Life for a really, really long time? Jamie's saying right. H-Rod's saying right. I'm gonna go right. Turn around and leave. I would do that, but I need a job. So I'm going to stay here. I'm gonna go right. A lot of people came in there with a left, but it was too late. I made up my mind, but I just said I was gonna go right. I didn't necessarily say where I was going to go from there. We have two more choices. Do we go right towards Dino Land or do we go left to Asia? Right now, it's tough to be a bug. 30 minutes. Okay, I just saw someone suggest the bird show. And I was supposed to try that on a live stream feels like a year ago at this point. I know it wasn't that long, but I was gonna try that a long time ago, and I think I was gonna do it for a vlog, and I never got the chance to do it. So let me go look at the show times for it. Hello to everyone just joining us. Hope y'all are doing well this Monday morning. Afternoon, I guess. It's afternoon now, depending on where you live. Could be Monday night. Or you could be watching this on a complete other random day. So, might not even be Monday, but hello. Hello to everyone joining in now. As you pop in, again, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And also, make sure you're subscribed. And let me know that you're here, either in the chat or later on the comments. I know I'm going to get the question soon, so I'll just answer now. It is 75 degrees today. It is sunny. And it is just getting hotter and hotter. No, I have not had the sea turtle cupcake today. I can't stream as long as I typically would today because I do need to do a couple dining reviews. I know y'all would love me to do them on camera, but they've got to go on the dining channel. But I need to do a couple dining reviews, so I'm not going to be doing this for a super long time today.
It's showtime.
1:30 is the next show time, so I doubt I'm going to still be streaming at that point. But I'm going to try to do one actual meal here, and then I'm going to go ahead and try one of the specialty cupcakes they have right now for the Earth Day specials. I know Jackie wanted me to do that, and the two that caught my eye was maybe not the sea turtle one. I think the one that caught my eye was the flamingo one. That was the one with strawberries. Then the bumblebee one looked good too. I'm really having terribly spotty service here today. Like worse than ever. Yeah, there's a lot of people here right now in general. Oh, I couldn't figure out what this is. But the line for Cali River Rapids, I think, is all jumbled up in here. From what I'm looking at, from the sign all the way down below.
I don't know what's going on. The monkeys are playing.
So, while this clears out, let's go. I see some monkeys up there. And guys just hanging out right now, swinging, playing. Thought he'd be doing a little bit more monkeying around than he is, but... Oh, I didn't even see the other little guy there. There he goes. He's swinging. He's on the move. Trying to get a goodie out of his bag. And he's on the runaway. Other guy's going up. And they're leaving my vantage point. Oh, he's coming back around on this side. No, now they're gonna take a little break, it looks like. How much fun. Okay, so yeah, this was a nightmare. This is, oh, what a freaking wreck. Like, the standby line for Cali's over there, and then it jumps over to this side, loops all the way around. It makes sense today. It's not still cool right now, but it's definitely getting hotter. But it is definitely on the crowded side today. But all those people, they're gonna have a good time. As they may or maybe get, may or may not get drenched on Cali. I don't think this is spring breakers anymore. I think this is now like post-pandemic travelers, to be completely honest with you. I don't necessarily know if it's people who are traveling now that they have their vaccine, or people saying, okay, well, now that more people have a vaccine, I feel more comfortable traveling. But like this week for annual pass holders, it's Monday. Usually I'd be able to still get a day or two. At the end of the week, not always the weekend, usually the weekend, not always, but I'd be able to get like a Thursday or Friday park pass still, but not right now. It is all gone for this week and into next Monday, and next Monday Magic Kingdom's already gone. I think it's just, I don't think it's spring break anymore. I think it's just people are traveling again. A lot of people. And because of distancing protocols, it just, everything still looks a ton busier than it is. Like, I haven't even reached the end of the Everest queue right now. Coming up on it here. I think. Yeah, I'm coming up on it here at the end. And it's all the way back here, so it seems like it's a lot. But in reality, I think it's only a 25-minute queue right now. Someone would have to check my Disney Experience app for me, but before I went live, I kind of looked at the wait times to see if I'd be able to sneak in an attraction. And yeah, I know Everest was saying like 25, or maybe that was Dinosaur, 35. And then Pandora stuff is all hour plus, as well as Kilimanjaro safaris. Wait here just a second. We'll see Pocahontas. And then
there's Mickey and Minnie. And Mickey Mouse.
that was fun. Always love seeing characters here.
You see a dude with a stick.
Watch them boogie on off.
Yeah, let's go this way.
Bye bye. Okay. I don't come here very often, so maybe someone can explain what in the world that is just sitting out in the waters. Has it always been there and I've just never not noticed it? But I'm very, very confused by it. And yeah, Everest, 25-minute wait there. The nice part is a lot of the waits aren't too terrible for like roller coasters anymore, because now that they do the now that they load all roads, jeez, Craig. Now that they load all rows, they're able to get a lot more people on quicker. So besides the line sticking out like crazy, roller coasters are now back to essentially just being like it's a normal day at the park, not in a pandemic. They're not coming over to my side, but we can look at them all blurry like from very far away. That's still nice. Donald, Daisy, Launchpad. Good stuff. I guess I could go down here, get a little closer. And like I said, I'm not really a I'm not glued to anything today. I was probably just going to walk around for the most part. Unless anyone wants me to do an attraction that's like 30 minutes or less. I can commit to a 30-minute line, but I'm not going to commit much further beyond that right now.
On behalf of Donald and his friends, have a dino-rific day exploring Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Wow. So much character. I'm gonna walk up this ramp. Oh, Triceratops spin, really? I mean, I'd do it. That's a suggestion, though. That's a really bold suggestion. I do like Everest. That one's just, that one's tough to live stream sometimes. I feel like I've had 50-50 luck with it. I think usually the connection is fine. It's just always my gimbal goes crazy.
And then you're like, where?
None of the lines are too terrible today when you really look at it. Like, having Flight of Passage only be 75 minutes, it's not bad. If you got here first thing in the morning, there's no way you wouldn't be able to do everything you wanted to do in one day here. The games are super active today. Lots of people playing. The Bird Adventure, the next show is until 1:30, so we're probably not going to get to that today. I don't know if I'd agree that Animal Kingdom is a great all-day park. If you've listened to or watched Off the Rails, I actually would pretty much completely disagree with it. I do think you can spend an entire day here if you just jump at every line as it's at its longest point. But if you're active and quick, you can get in and out of here in a reasonable amount of time and then park hop over to a different park. Trey, you're lying. I know you love Animal Kingdom. And you're allowed to, but you're wrong. Yeah. Primeval Whirl there, of course. Triceratops Spin.
I think that's a little too since you left. Yeah.
For me, I would still rope drop Flight of Passage as long as as long as you are like really early in the rope drop. Like, if you get here and you're at the back of the line and it's already saying 60, 75 minutes, I'd probably move on and go to Kilimanjaro Safaris from there. But dinosaurs starting all the way back here. Super far back. I'm just gonna actually turn around and walk out of here. There's not enough to do at this park. I probably will just walk back towards Asia and Africa and do the 2 treks today, just because it's kind of hitting a point here where I'm not waiting 30 minutes for Triceratops Spin. As much as I love all of you, I just can't do it. And Everest, we'll just have to wait and see. I might be able to talk myself up to Everest. I would do Dinosaur, like even with that line all the way back. I know it's still gonna move quick. I love Dinosaur. I think we tried it on my last stream from here and connection held for the most part, but obviously streaming through a cell phone and then slower connection. So it was just very dark, very blurry.
So, are you going to become a therapist?
That's what I'm doing right now. Is the talking to people. No. Oh, no? No. I thought you were going to help you. So, my degree splits on it.
Yeah. Where are you
going to split it in? What are you talking about?
I don't know. It's just something about this park. Right now, it feels kind of like the Wonder Bread of Walt Disney World. No, it's not your first choice when making a sandwich. You'd probably rather choose a good sourdough, rye, you know, any bread that has a little bit more flavor and texture than just spongy white Wonder Bread. But if it's the only thing available, it's better than just shoving meats and cheese in your mouth without bread. There's the new sand sculpture for right now. Narwhal. I do love a good Martin's potato roll. That's for me. Magic Kingdom is your Martin's potato roll. Classic, flavorful. I think I'd probably call Hollywood Studios like a 3-cheese Asiago. It's got a lot of flavor. It's got a lot of zip. And I'll go with Epcot being rye. But I would rather describe Epcot as a cheese. And as a cheese, I would call Epcot Swiss. Because right now, it's just missing. It's missing a whole lot. Boom. Hi, Molly. I can see Epcot being a baguette too, you know. From the outside, you're like, oh, it's a little hard, a little crunchy. Then inside, you're like, oh, you know, it's got a little soft spot to it. Probably better if you dip it in something. Go a bunch of butter, but go ahead and walk through Avatar. I am losing it. Ooh, which park is the Baruch bun? I'm gonna call Disney Springs the Baruch. You know, it's, if you eat a lot of bread, you're probably like, oh, brioche, how exotic. Disney Springs, how interesting, but it's really not.
What's in lunch?
Oh boy. This thing will never not gross me out. And we found the end of the line for Navi River Journey. Everyone's favorite floating wicker attraction. And the best thing I can say about Navi River Journey is You wait 45 minutes for it, and at the end, at least you get to sit down for a second. I'm gonna ruin this for a lot of people. Probably. But these floating mountains, they're not actually floating. They're attached to each other. And eventually, they connect to the ground. I know, I just blew your minds. Oh boy. I will say, you've heard me on shows and live streams say many, many times how much I like having distance between me and people. I don't like being near people. I don't like being too close to people at all, but I am excited for the day that these lines aren't out of control into all the lands. Because the thing is, as you can see here, just looking at the ground, no one actually follows the markers anyways. Some of these people back here are doing it, so I'll give them credit. But no one ever follows the markers. See, you don't get that all the time. Flight of passage, only 65 minutes, not bad. But yeah, no one usually follows the markers on the ground. They'll stand on them, but like if this is another good example here, like there's no actual distancing per se. It's definitely one of the biggest failures, in my opinion, overall, that it really has showcased that either people don't care or they don't pay attention.
Hi, we really like your show.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, appreciate it.
Bye.
Have a great day. Nice meeting you. Sorry about that. But I don't know which it is. I don't know if people don't care. I don't even think I can get out of here from this way right now. Gonna have to just turn around. Yeah, I don't know if people don't care, they don't pay attention, what, but at this point, it's just all for show. And if you've listened long enough, you know, I don't like theater. I don't like when stuff is just done to be like, oh, we're trying to show you that we're doing it the right way. You either do it the right way or don't bother. And as Andrew just pointed out there, sometimes it does happen where, you know, you're not paying attention, you run into the person in front of you, and then that's okay. As long as you then remember what just happened and you course correct and like, okay, well, the next time it moves forward, I will leave that gap. From my experience, That's not the case at all. Most people, they ride it the entire time. I'm gonna cut up out of this way. Get a little difference. And talking about capacity like we always do, just try to remember that this is interesting here. I know no one's going to care about it except for maybe Jillian. But rather than serve their unique beer here and at the mobile stand here, they're selling Elysian, a jasmine IPA, which that's interesting. Why not just serve one of the special beers? But, you know, that's just my musings. I'm gonna go back out. I'm not gonna take the backtrack to Africa. Anyways, where was I? Oh, capacity. There's all the questions popping up. Has capacity raised? Has Disney just not said anything about it? It's most likely still at that 35% point, because the days are actually selling out. Like, and I say it a lot of times on these live streams, but to try to reinforce it, you know, Epcot capacity there around 100,000. So if it's at 35%, you know, that's 35,000 people that can be in there. That's a ton of people. And as I've said, when I worked here 10 years ago, 11 years ago now, a busy food and wine day for us at Epcot, which it is now busier than it was back then, but a busy day back then for food and wine, our capacity was at like 26,000, they would tell us. So, yeah, this is, it's, hello again. How you doing? Yeah, always, right? So I don't know Animal Kingdom's capacity, what their regular park capacity is. I don't even want to make a guess. Say somewhere maybe around, as I say, I'm not going to make a guess. I'm going to try to make a guess. I'd say somewhere in the 60s, 70s. So 35% of that's still a lot of people. And on a day like today, where I believe park passes were sold out for everything, maybe except for theme park tickets, you know, it's just, if it's all sold out, even if everyone's not here right at the same time, you still have to expect it to be busy. And all that to just reiterate that even with reservations and capacity limits, just assume that a day at Walt Disney World now is very similar to what like your average summer day would have been pre-COVID. But this park is a little bit more interesting from the standpoint that, like, Magic Kingdom, you can walk into that park and it feels empty. And you can walk around that park, and besides the normal cluster points like Peter Pan and Small World area, you know, a couple more over by Speedway, Cosmic Rays. Beside those areas, a lot of the park just feels quiet. And because it feels quiet, you know that means there's lots of people in all the lines. And there usually is. And here, there's a decent amount of people in the lines. We've been watching the wait times. Not too bad, but there's a lot of people just walking around here. And yeah, shows would make a significant difference in this park, eating some people up. Do I think that capacity will go up again by summer? I don't necessarily think so. I think capacity is locked at a place right now where the feedback Disney's getting from guests is that people are probably, for the most part, happy. And, you know, part of what Chapek's been saying throughout past however many months is that guest satisfaction is very critical for them when it comes to reservations, crowds, everything. So if people are leaving good satisfaction reports, then they're not going to necessarily up the reservations or the amount of capacities and open up more reservations until there's more hotels online. And then once a lot of the hotels that are still closed, you know, your Port Orleans is, once the Polynesian rooms open up, maybe we'll see another bump at that point. But if Disney really wanted to drive up pricing during slower points in time, they could just flat out restrict the capacity rates when it's a slower season and say, look, it's really busy, so we get to charge more this time. They could get away with that. Okay. We're gonna go walk the Gorilla Falls trail as we keep talking. And I know people want the idea of 100% capacity back up. And I do too, mostly from a stance that it is annoying when days are sold out with park reservations, but with 100%, if you allow what technically the parks could hold, and then on top of that too, you have a day where it's at 100%, which is, you know, New Year's Eve for fireworks. Those are the absolute worst days of the year, and you don't ever want to be here unless you really like pain and misery. Hello. But 2 more things I saw as we got in here. I do think the parties will be back this year. I don't know if they'll be altered in some form, but I think I said in the last week's live stream, Disney's, at some point, they're going to go into money mode. And if there's any way they can charge for extra things, they're going to find ways to start sneaking it in. So I do think they'll be back. Oh, I'm in a bad spot. That one guy's really active, but and there's another guy back there in a box. That one was bouncing around and having a good time. And there's that one there. Actually, there's a whole lot out here right now. And one more up there on the bridge.
They're going straight back out there. Put your bracelet back on.
I will admit, I have never done New Year's Eve in any parks. I have no interest in it. I've done New Year's Eve outside of the parks. Like I've done it at, I've hung out on the beach at the Polynesian and such, but I've never actually been inside a park. I don't need to be inside a park like that to celebrate. That's not my thing. But I know some people who love it and do it every single year. It's just not for me. I don't want to deal with the crowds. I think we have an animal out here. I don't see it. So I'll move on. Okay, looping back around to comment. I think I remember seeing someone write that September is a good time for cooler weather. And that is completely wrong. If you want to avoid hot weather, I just stay away from August, September. June, July have nothing on August and September. Man, I'm gonna go straight through. God. Oh man, you know. You know this park needs more when the nature treks are this busy. I mean, normally you're here and there's no one at all.
Oh, look at that. Big bird. I'm already here.
Like, this is just wild to me. We did not schedule the reunion for September. That's all Give Kids the World. Our name is on the event, but it is not an event that we are hosting. Give Kids the World is hosting it, and they've done all the work. We are just promoting it, and we'll show up, and then hopefully, thank you, and hopefully we'll have our podcast recording, and members of the team will be around. But yeah, we didn't make any of the choices in it. He's just stopped today. That's awesome. I'm gonna get out of the way so more people can look. How you doing, sir? Very good. I know, it's been a long time. And I'm not dealing with this, but yeah. How about you?
Dealing with this.
Do you like being there?
Oh, I love it. Breath of fresh air into the, I get to get back to like a stealing room, like being able to tell guys about the and stuff. So.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I was hoping I'd actually see it over here one day. So today's finally a lucky day. I'm gonna try to fight this, but
Good luck. It's busy today.
Yeah.
Sorry.
it is. But hey, you know,
If you don't want to go in front of the window with the gorillas, there's like a bow wrestling for it up there. And then you can always see them up in the valley.
you know, probably gonna bypass. Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Good talking to you.
Nice to see you.
See you soon. Okie dokie. Oh, that's a good question. How much do I enjoy this? This is probably the worst time you could ever ask me how much I enjoy this right now. As I'm in a line in a walkthrough that usually has no one in it. Not really my happiest moment, but I obviously do still love coming to the parks all the time. It's actually not. It's not the coming to the parks that I dislike. It's how much we talk about it. Zebras are feeding right now. Then there's aggravating moments like right now where There's a lot of people who are just not, it's already hard enough getting through here, but then to not just follow the line and stay one in front of the other. Yeah, it's really, but going back to my thought, it's really the talking about it. It is, it's just a lot of the same stuff over and over again.
This group of girls are featured on 2 episodes of the Magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom.
If you have Disney Plus, these animals something into.
Just letting everybody know the line on your right side is the line to see gorillas. If you want to skip them, stay to the left. But for those of you just starting to approach, be sure to have those phones and cameras ready.
I'm going to explain more about that when I'm not surrounded.
Puppy.
And it's easier to collect my thoughts. I will head towards Maharaja next.
Hey, bud.
You're almost out of here. Oh, thank goodness. I know I'm still going to reach back in with more people. I just needed a 1 second breakaway. I know I just walked down an entrance instead of the exit, but it's just a lot. It's like slightly losing it there for a second, which is why I just went quiet. I was holding on extremely tight to my 30-day anger management chip in my pocket.
I'm just gonna pull a snack out. What?
But where were we? Now that I can breathe a little bit more here. Talking about, do I still love the parks? And yeah, the answer is I do really, really love all of the theme parks. I will say, like back in October, November, I was, and I'll still actually, I'll say it right now. So the real fluctuation comes in between work and just visiting the parks. Because if I had a different job that wasn't this, I would still come to the theme parks as much as humanly possible. Even if that was working in these parks, I would still visit as much as I could. And I love being here as a guest. The hard part, like I said, is actually doing these streams and vlogs and all of our podcasts are with it, because it just sometimes it feels like we're just repeating the same things over and over and over again. And I know not everyone watches every single thing we do, so that we have to repeat stuff, or we're missing out. We're not filling all the gaps in there. But there are points where it just gets monotonous. Like when we cut out Universal from our lineup, and it was just like all Walt Disney World all the time, it was getting to be a lot. And so now that we're back over there, I feel like I've got a little bit more. Hi. I feel like it's a little bit, more. Not. I don't want to say normal, because that's not what I'm saying. But it's. I feel like I get. Before all of the pandemic, it was also knowing that, like, okay, well, we have Disney Cruise Line to talk about too, and Disneyland, and we just had so much that it didn't feel just like repetitive all the time as much. And it did it sometimes. but never like never super distracting like it has been for the past year, where it just feels like it's now been the same thing over and over and over and over again, just changing the time of the year. But again, for the parks and visiting, I could, if I was just coming in and I was hanging out here for the day, riding rides, grabbing a snack, you know, I'd be moving a lot faster, and it would just be different.
Do you want one too? Huh? You want one?
Yeah, well, there's
I love meeting people. It never gets old. I think I'm probably a bit of a letdown when someone's meeting me, because I mean, I think I'm friendly. I try to say hi and be as nice to everyone as much as I possibly can be, but I'm not that interesting. Hence why I can only get 350 people to take some time out of their Monday afternoon to listen to me ramble on about nothing while looking at Animal Kingdom. Okay. Making my way to the Jungle Trek.
Jungle.
Oh, all you people are very cool. Do not get me wrong. I was not saying it as an insult, but I know my personality only has so much range. And I've come to accept that. And that's been one of the harder parts of COVID. I don't remember what's over here. I don't want to miss something that's cute. Oh, the Komodo dragon, very cute. Oh, adorable. Oh, moving that tail. I do not care for that. I don't care for that. They kind of gross me out. Just a little bit. In the best way possible, that is. Yeah, one of the hardest parts of COVID has been not working in person with a lot of the team. You know, specifically like Rhino, and I've hooked up with, that's a terrible wording on that. I have spent more park days with Denny than anyone else right now, since the parks reopened long time ago at this point. And you know, it was such an important part that we put in place with our team back in, I mean, it must have been right around Oliver time, give or take. I hate it. I'm just gonna go through. Sorry, I forgot it cuts out around the bats. I always forget that here. Okay, Jillian, let's see. Where are the tigers? Are we not? Nothing out here right now.
They would love to hear that.
Maybe we'll have better luck over here, but I don't see people crowding around, so I don't think we're getting tigers today, unfortunately. Okay, we've got one sleepy tiger.
Our 9-year-old Sumatran tiger, her name is Sony.
Oh, there it is.
They do sleep 16 or so hours a day, so this is pretty normal, especially when it gets this hot out.
There you go. There's your sleepy tiger.
There he is.
Get away so more people have a chance to see the sleepy tiger, since there's only the one spot. But where was I with people? Yes. Like when the parks first reopened and I did a couple of the vlogs with Denny, like that was a breath of fresh air having someone else to bounce off of. And then even we've done a couple food ones together as well too, and that's been fun. I can do a lot of food videos by myself. I enjoy that, and I know it's not as thorough, but for me it's easy because I know I'm here, I'm going to talk about this, we're going to do that, and it's just very straightforward. But with a lot of the other stuff, like a lot of the vlogs and even with like live streams, like it helps when you have that one extra person there. Like having Rhino and Denny in the Fiasco cameo when we did the start of Flower and Garden Festival, that helped out a whole lot. Oh goodness. All stuffed up again here. Okay. Go through here. Hope to not get pooped on. Love birds. Yeah, I love birds. I do not love bird poop. Do not love bird poop at all. Not my favorite. I know it's good luck, but I don't need good luck. I make my own luck. But anyways, back to where we were. I think one of the benefits of the DIS Unplugged and our team has been our team as a whole, not the individual pieces, unless you're Pete. And then obviously the cheese stands alone in that situation. But in terms of the rest of us, we've had all these different combinations, and I say the team change happened a long way back when it was like Oliver was here, and that was it. We had theme park days where we would have to go in with certain people. So, that put, there was days where Rhino and I were matched up with Kathy. And so it was, I don't want to say it was forced because that sounds bad, but it was part of our routine. So we'd go and we'd hang out with Kathy, and it allowed for us to, really just expand what we had to say. And, having Steve to bounce off of, Charles to bounce off of, Oliver, like all of a lot of the people who are no longer here. We were able to collaborate with each other, and not being able to do that the past year has been really tough, because we have to now, we've increased our amount of content to try to do more than we've ever done before on more channels than we've ever had. And the way to do more is by doing more individually, but it's also then harder to do this when we don't have that team effort. And I think that's one thing we are going to be looking at changing here. I'm not going to spoil anything, because any decision that we make could change, but I think it is going to reach a point where, as far as like the DIS channel and DIS Unplugged goes, I think that there might be a point where we still do these live streams and we still produce vlogs like we have for a long time, but we're gonna maybe just start limiting it and get it all back together on like the DIS Unplugged channel, and go back to having that as all of the personality, and this channel goes back to more of the just what it's like being here in the parks without the commentary that goes along with it.
Oh my gosh. No, we're not doing that. Do they want ice cream or a popsicle?
The Universal show will unfortunately never go live again, except for like special moments that warrant it. That it's like, okay, we can go live. This is breaking something that has to be out there right away. But in general, we will not be doing live streaming anymore with that show. We still have stuff to figure out, but I think the overall look at what's going to happen for the most part with this, for DIS Unplugged, we'll have a couple shows, a couple vlogs and live streams, at least each week. That'll look good. But definitely have to look at the amount of content we're producing, because if it cuts down on the quality, then that's where we have a problem. And I don't mean like with this live stream, obviously the quality is not great, because I've talked about this over and over with our live streams, that we are not investing into them in the long run, because it's a lot for something that we maybe only do once a week, once every other week.
And be worn at all times, except when actively eating or drinking while stationary. Guests
Yeah, I know the quality is always not great for these. It'll still be something we do randomly, but our goal is, for our DIS channel right now, where you're watching this, is that each one of us, Rhino, myself, and Fiasco, we're each trying to make one video a week. Can be a live stream or a vlog, but that's the goal, and it doesn't seem like a lot, because it's not really a lot, but it is when you consider that we also have 5 shows. I have an extra one with Connecting with Walt. Then we also have to do dining reviews. We do a lot. And, at some point we have to look at it and say, would we be better only putting out 1 or 2 really well-produced vlogs with multiple members of the team? Would we be better off doing that than just, saying, nope, each one of us has to put out 1 a week and go with it from there? I'm from the standpoint that the quality and then the personalities overcome the amount that is out there. But that's just me. And I think the last video that, besides, I'm really happy with Off the Rails, and I love all the great comments that I've seen in here. That it makes me really happy. We have a lot of fun doing that. It's definitely, it's nice to be able to just sit and really BS with our friends. But with the vlogs, I think the last time I've been happy with one that I did, it's one that Trey brought up, the Hollywood Studios one I did, with pretending it was the year 2000 at Hollywood Studios. And that was just really random, because that was one of those ideas. I had to go, and I knew I needed to make a vlog. I didn't know what to do, and I just came up with that one at the very last second, and it ended up being a lot of fun, and people really enjoyed it. But we started vlogging as a group back in either 2014 or 2015. And
Well, we got here last night.
I've done a lot of ideas with them. Like with the vlogs, we've had a lot of ideas and we've executed them throughout the years. And I know we can always repeat topics and content. That's always, it sometimes hurts my mind to do that because I think to myself, well, I can't do that. You won't want to watch because you've already seen it before. But yeah, it's getting to the point where it's hard to find any inspiration for some of these videos when we've just been doing this for so long. Still love it. As I said, I love everything about this. Just I want to make stuff that people enjoy watching. And you know, we know that not everything we make is going to be a juggernaut. But there are days where, yeah, you really put your heart into something and it just completely flops and it gets discouraging. But that's any job. You'll have that. But I still do love this thoroughly. And I will do this for as long as I physically am able to. That's how much I love it. But I will say, like, I do have a lot of those same thoughts and feelings that Rhino does, where I question when I'm in a park that's just like really stressing me out, or just Orlando in general. I will question every reason of why am I actually here? Why am I doing this? But ultimately, the positives outweigh the negatives. But I've said it many, many times. Like if I could do this in California, that would be wonderful. If I could do this from a place with mountains like Colorado, that would be even better. But okay. I'm stepping off to the side now because I'm gonna get going here. It's been about an hour and a half, so I know not the longest one, but I do have to make some extra videos and I can't run out of battery here with my phone. So I'm going to say goodbye to everyone now at this point. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up if you haven't done so for me yet. Make sure you're subscribed, and you know, if you're still in the chat now, the last chance to say bye. Leave any comments afterwards. And then also, please, if you're thinking about booking a vacation to Walt Disney World, consider booking through Dreams Unlimited Travel. You can get a free no obligation quote at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. If you like us, you want to support us, that's the best way to do so. Once again, dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. So that's it for me. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Have a great day. I will see you real soon. From where, I don't know, but I will. But take care. Bye-bye.